Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy holidays to everybody. And this video, we're going to do this video, and I think this video is going to be a public video. Okay, I'm 99% sure. If I change my opinion, this will just be a private member video. But at the moment, I think I'm going to do this for the YouTube channel. We'll see how things work out. So, a lot of people coming to me and a lot of discussions with our inside inner circle about something that over the last year people keep bringing up. And I guess I have to address this concept, but I'm going to address it, and I'm also going to put our own Cruise Casino Mafia money management spin on the concept. All right, so a lot of people have been bringing up that they're hearing from the grapevine, which means other YouTube channels or Reddit or whatever it is, okay, while they're playing, about this belief that the first four or so results in a Baccarat shoe are your best chance to make money, okay? And then there's an asterisk there. The asterisk is because of the shuffle master pre-sorting garbage that we've already had that discussion over and over again. And what they're saying is the logic behind it is very simple. That due to the cut, due to the burn cards, whatever, the first few results in the shoe, the first few hands, are not quote unquote tainted with the pre-sort of whatever the shuffle master is doing in that casino. Okay? So what are they doing and how are they determining the bet? So I'm going to do this first one and then we're going to reset. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that. Let me see if I can just Google it and then make it easier for you. Okay, let's pull up an image here. Okay. Let's pull up a regular one first. There we go. All right, come on. Let's open this thing up. All right. So what they're saying, we're looking at the big board, is that, and this only, again, this has only to do with the beginning of the shoe. I have some other ideas, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole at the moment. In this shoe, you're not making a bet on the first outcome. The first outcome was player here. See the blue? But whatever that first outcome is, you're going to bet the next three hands only for the same outcome. So here it would have worked. You see that it's a banker on the third hand. Okay? And then you're done. Because according to this logic, then you're getting into the pre-sort nonsense. Okay? Now, the other thing, putting the pre-sort and all the conspiracy and all the other, technology they're using aside, the other benefit, allegedly, of doing this, which I believe is correct, is that if you're looking at only the first four in the shoe, if we have a streak to start the shoe, we're going to win, right? Because this banker, you would be betting this player, you would be betting this player. So if there's any kind of a streak here, you automatically hit your one win. If there's a chop, you're automatically hitting your one win, right? Like we did here. There's a chop, but the player repeated on the third result. So there is some really interesting logic going on here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna give you the disclaimer right now. I'm doing this on Wizard. We know that this is not reality. We know that whatever results we get is garbage because it's not using real shoes. When we test things for real, at Cruise Casino Mafia, some of the bigger systems, we never use this. We only use real shoes, right? So the math behind this says that if you're doing this, you should get a win within the first 4 results there 88% of the time. Okay? And if you're not getting it anywhere near that, then something else is going on, or there's something going on with those wonky shoes. There's some kind of craziness going on in that casino. Now, we know there's always craziness going on here on Wizard because this is a random number generator, and God knows what else is going on behind the scenes in the code. We don't know that. So I'm not doing this to prove anything. I'm doing this to show you. If you believe there's reality here, you have to use real shoes that you can get from online or you can get from your casino by taking pictures. Our members, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of recorded real shoes from the last 6 months. Okay? So we have the ability to test this using real data from Biloxi and Vegas and all over. All right? I'm going to use Wizard just to show you what the hell this looks like. Now, we're going to use one of our money managements. We're not martingaling. Okay? We don't use martingale. This is a 3-step progression. You can use a 1-2-4, a 1-3-5, a 1-3-7, a 1-2, whatever you want to do. Okay? I'm dummying this down as dummied as it can be, as conservative as it can be, because I'm going to use, I'll use $25 to make it easier. I'll do 25. I was going to do 100, but I'll just do 25. We'll see. So these are stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You only jump from the 3rd bet on stage 1 if you've lost this and the next bets are here. And if you lose this, the next bets are here. The way that we play this is you stay on the same stage for as long as you decide that you want to get back to close to where you were. But you know me, I want to jump back in terms of getting lower stages as fast as possible. All right, so let's see how this thing works out. We're going to deal, and it's a player. So that means the next 3 bets, and only 3 bets, we're going to be betting for player. So we're going to start here on stage 1, and we'll do a $25 bet. Here we go. And we win instantly. Okay? So that's the end of the beginning of this shoe. So we will once again go to a new shoe. Right? Because this is a one-shot only deal. That's the way it works, right? So let's just keep going. Oh, by the way, shit. We need to put here that we made a... How are we going to keep track? That's the big problem, isn't it? That's the big problem. That's the big problem. Well, you guys can follow through. You guys can follow through. I'm not going to keep track of it. We're just going to see how this thing plays out. All right, so that's player. All right. So again, we're going to be making a player bet. Whoop. So we're up 1 unit. Why don't we just write that here? Okay, that was a loss. We go to step 2, which is again a 1 in this dummy down version of our money management. We're going to do player again for 1 unit. You see that? And if you don't want to try with this, do it with a 1-2-4. Do it with whatever you want. That's a tie. It doesn't count. And we win. Okay? We're still at 1 unit because that was just a break even here. All right? So you guys getting the idea, right? And if you're asking me for my thought on this, the math is correct. The logic of winning, whether it's a streak or a chop, is correct. I don't know what you should win 88% of the time. The reason that this is important is because what are you doing after you lose the 3 bets. So I'm adding in my wrinkle that the next shoe you play, you're here. That's the reason we're adding this in. We're not doing any martingaling. Okay? We're not doing any crazy martingaling. All right, so here we go. Okay, banker. So now on this 3, we're going to look for the banker in the next 3 results, right? So here we go. We lose. We bet it again. We lose. Now we're on to our 3rd bet here, right? Which is the 3 bet. So we have to win here or this sequence and this shoe is over. And we win. So what do we win here? 1. So now we're up 2 units. Okay? And let's go to the next shoe. We walk next door and we go to the next shoe, right? Now that's a pain in the ass doing that, of course. So that's a whole other discussion, but not for this video. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Banker. So we know our next 3 bets are going to be banker. And we're still on tier 1 right here, stage 1, right? We lose, we repeat, we win. Okay? That's still a break even, because if we were doing a 1, 2, 4 or something, we would have made one, but we're just using a 1, 1, 3 for this. So you're still at up 2 units for the session. And we go to we get up, we walk to the next casino. We're getting a lot of exercise here, and here we go. Banker. So we know our next 3 bets, if needed, are going to be banker. And we win right away. And that is an actual win. So we're up 3 units. Okay? Next shoe. Next shoe. Player. So our next 3 bets are going to be player. And we win immediately. That is an actual win using our money management of the day. We're up 4 units. And we have never gone to stage 2 yet, which is crazy. But you know this is Wizard, so that's definitely going to happen. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Player. So our first bet, well, our next 3 bets, if we need them, are going to be on player. We lose. Bet number 2. We lose. And now we're on bet 3. Our final bet of this sequence. And we win. Okay. So we won 1. We won 1 unit on that sequence. So that is going to be 5. So we're up 5 units. And here we go. Banker. So that's our trigger. We lose. We bet again. We lose, and we're on our 3rd bet, 3 units. And we win. So we won a unit again. So we're up 6 units. Okay? Next shoe. Banker. Bet number 1. We win immediately. We're up 7 units. Okay. That's a quick one. We barely were able to get a cup of coffee before we had to get up. Okay. And here we go. Banker. And we'll go as fast as we can now. We lose. And we're on our 3 unit bet. And we win. 8 units. We walk next door to Harrah's. And they're just, we get so lucky that they're starting a new shoe. Never happened. Banker. We lose. Bet 2. We win. We didn't make any money there because it was on bet number 2. It's a break even with the 1-1-3. You want to get crazier? Do the 1-2-4, do the 1-3-7, do whatever you want to do. I'm showing you ultra conservative, which is almost flat betting. I'm not saying it's flat betting, but it's pretty close. All right, here we go. Banker. Our trigger is banker. We lose. Bet 2. We lose. We're going to bet 3. And we finally lose. Okay. So the way that this thing works is, right, we don't play anymore if we're using this single trigger. So what did we lose here? We lost 4, we lost 5, right? So we're down to 3. So we'll try to keep track of this if we can, right? All right, so we're pissed off, we're aggravated, we run out the door screaming, and we go over to Flamingo, right? We walk over to Flamingo, and we have to wait 20 minutes for a new Baccarat shoe, and we're pissed. So here we go. And we're on stage 2 here because we lost our 3rd bet, okay? So here we go. So we now are pissed, and it's a banker. We're starting with whatever the second tier starts with the second bet. Okay? That's how you set these up. If you're going to do a 1-2-4, a 1-3-5, a 1-3-7, whatever. So here we go. You see that? So, and you can tweak these, by the way. That's the flexibility of the 3-step stage type of deal. Okay? All right. So here we go. So we're on our this bet, stage 2, bet 1, and it's going to be on banker. We lose. Uh-oh. Step 2. Or bet 2. We win. Okay. So we picked up on this shoe basically 2 units. Okay? 2 units. So we're now back at 5 units. Okay, there we go. And we're not back to where we were because we were at 8 units up. So we're slightly down, but you know me. You can choose to stay at this level, right? I ain't doing that. That's up to you. I'm going back to level 1 for the next shoe, okay? Because if you play something, you have to have confidence. I'd rather get stuck here again moving than go from here to here if I can avoid it. But that's up to you to do whatever the heck you want to do. All right, so we feel a little better. We find another new shoe. It's player. And here we go. Tie. Just repeat it. And we win. We're up 6 units. Okay? We're feeling much, much better. And we look for another new shoe. And our trigger is going to be player. Here we go. And we win right away. 7 units. So we're almost back to where we were before our little tragedy, right? Now, obviously, if you were doing an accelerated 3-bet, like the 1-2-4, 1-3-7, whatever, it would feel a little different. You would have gotten it back quicker, but you would be taking more risk and needing a bigger bankroll. All right, so here you go, player. There's our trigger, and there's our win. And we're right back to 8 units, okay? So we leave, and we say, boy, it's getting close to lunchtime. We've been running all over the place looking for new shoes. This is a real pain in the neck, but it is working. So we're not too upset. So we walk in, we look for the new shoe, and our trigger is banker. And it loses. We go to bet number 2. And it wins. We don't make any money. It's a break even. We leave the casino. And now we go across the street to Caesars. And we're looking to play and find a shoe to play. And it's banker. So we do our trigger bet, our first one, and it's a tie. We repeat it. And it loses. We go to bet number 2 right here, which is another 1. And it wins. And it's another break even. We just wasted 20 minutes at Caesars. And we're not too happy. Our feet are killing us. We say we're going to play another one. And we go down the street to Luxor. And it's a player trigger. And we put our quarter down. And we lose. And we put our second bet down. And we lose. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Now we have to make our 3-unit bet on banker. I mean on player. Whoops, sorry. On player. And we win. So we win a unit. So now we just hit our high for the day and we're up 9 units. We're going to try to make 10 units and go back to the room and get some lunch. So here we go. So we're going to go to, where are we going to go to now? New York, New York. That's where we're at right now. New York, New York. Because you know what they say. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So here we go. Banker is our trigger. We play banker. And we win. All right. So we made our 10 units for the morning session. It took us 8 million hours because we had to find a new shoe to play every single time, which is a pain in the neck. But we did get a lot of steps in. We just had 10 million steps in to play those shoes. All right? So there you go. So what I've done is I've taken this concept that people seem to like, and I've turned it into a cruise casino mafia style system because I'm not doing martingale. I used one of our methods, right? Our three bet stage method, if you want to call it that. And I created the stages the way I wanted to create them. And there's flexibility there. And you can tweak these any way you want. It stops the martingale nonsense. It slows everything down to a crawl. And you can do this with other even money bets as well. But remember, with roulette, there's the 0 and the double zeros. You are going to have to be prepared if you use this with even money bets, with roulette, that you're going to have to go farther possibly, into a 4th stage or a 5th stage possibly. Okay? Because of the zeros. All right? If you're doing this on Baccarat, the ties didn't mess us up one bit. It didn't push us one bit. And that's why we can usually avoid having to go past 3 stages when we use this little secret sauce. Now, this may be too slow for you. If you go back and watch this video and you convert this to a 1, 2, 4, and then start this with 2, 4, let's say 8, right? And then this becomes 2, 4, 8, 4, 8, 16, you would have made a lot more than this. But you would also need a bigger bankroll. Okay? So I dummied this thing down to as low as, I mean, you can do a 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, but then you're really only breaking even and breaking even and breaking even, which is perfectly fine if you want to sit at the table for a while. I did it so there's a little more spice at the 113. Okay? So we're going to end it here. I think you guys understand what you're looking for in this trigger being the first result. If there's a tie on the first result, just pretend like it didn't happen. Okay? Just pretend like it didn't happen. All right? And that's it. So that is our version of the starting 4, or whatever you want to call it, for the Baccarat shoe system using our version of it. Here's your 10, but boy, did you have to do a lot of running around when you only play the beginning of a shoe. If you can do this at a stadium where there's 3 or 4 going on at once, like at Gold Coast or at Palace Station or something like that, where it's a staggered starts of the shoes, it makes it a little bit better. But wow, it still is a lot of time. Now, the answer to that is simply play bigger base bets if you have the bankroll. So you don't need to get to 10. Maybe you only need to get to 2 to 3 units. And maybe now you only need to play a few shoes and you made $300, $400, $500, whatever. Okay? But definitely don't do that if you don't have the proper bankroll. And the better way to do it is to build it up from a smaller bankroll. So I hope you guys got a little glimpse as to how we take something that other people find interesting and we put it into the casino lab. And this is the type of stuff we do at Cruise Casino Mafia all the time. We'll see you on the next video. Happy holidays. And if you're not a member of CruiseCasinoMafia.com, you can get in now and you can still use our promo code MAFIA and the number 50 for a $50 discount and get over 500 plus systems, money management concepts, mindset videos, and figure out what's working for you for your personal expectations. And we will help you on your journey to casino income. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.